Hey y'all, this is the You Are Samson part two. So with before I get into the Samson part, going back a little bit into purpose. Um when it comes down to it, um the enemy always attack what your purpose is. Whether it's your identity, whether it's your passion, your love, whether that's family, you know, whether it's relationships, bad breakups, whether it's through a divorce, you find that the enemy try to attack the things that you love. And like we talked on the previous video, your passion is usually your purpose. Your purpose is your passion. And a lot of times too, even through our pain, we end up finding our purpose. And I noticed through life, relationships was always under attack. It was always something in relationships. So that's how I know too that relationships is a part of what I'm supposed to deal with and handle and help people to be more aware of certain things, because a lot of things we do, we are not aware. Let's just be honest. It don't hit you into after the relationship that you are aware of things. And it's just as bad as we like to blame others. We have to acknowledge that you was some part of the blame. So with that being said, like I said, I was attacked. It was like my family was attacked. Not just through me, but with being a family baby. I had a love for family, and I grew up um, in a village, okay? It was a village type of mentality. My family, my grandma, my granddaddy, and my oldest aunt, I lived with them along with my other six siblings after my mom died through cancer, breast cancer, at an early age of 34, 35. So, with that being said, I was raised by family, and I saw the sacrifices that my family made, to take on these kids that wasn't even theirs. It wasn't their responsibility, but the love that they had, and that's why I feel the way that I feel about family. Family has always been everything to me. And I noticed that the enemy would try to attack me through that. Even through my relationships and family is very much connected. Regardless to what you think, it is connected. And a lot of times our relationships be based on how we seen family. Our examples. Whether it was our mom and our dad and how we was brought up. They are affected through that. And not only that, I noticed that I was even through my divorce and even prior then and even after my divorce, being attacked by certain, I feel like I would be attacked by the enemy. And it was like, it's just issues when it comes to relationships or whatnot. So I knew that not only that family was my passion, also relationships and dealing with it. And like I said, I have a gift of counsel or whatnot, and I've always operated in the gift of wisdom or whatnot. So when even at an early age, so going back when it comes to generational things that I start to pick up on, like me not wanting to be my mother or marry my father. You know what I mean? Like start to pick up on certain traits that I feel like that I was falling into, this generational thing, of marrying a broken man or being broken myself or not being able to looking for something outside of myself, not being whole, and looking for something outside of myself and end up picking and choosing the wrong thing. So that kind of led up to where I am now and how I know my where I'm called to. I'm called to help bring awareness, you know, to whatever demon that you're not seeing. You know, I'm gonna see that sucker and I'm gonna call it out. Simple as that. And then I don't not even only that. I feel like I've always had to fight. I'm a fighter, so I'm very confrontational. Like I rather not, but I will. If push comes to shove, and the stuff that other people don't want to talk about, I talk about, and I'm not scared. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared of nobody or they demons. Okay, and I can say that because if you can wrestle your own demons, okay, and see them, see real demons, of course nobody and they demons gonna scare me. Simple as that. So with that being said, like I said, I talk about a lot of relationship stuff because that's what I'm called to, the family and relationships. So you might see different um you might see like I said, different topics because I'm gonna talk about whatever I'm led to talk about or whatnot. So don't get confused and don't be like, that's what it is, okay? And then if God feel like he want to jump in and he want to tell me about what's going on in the season, then I'm going to obey and I'm going to release it. I'm going to let you know, okay, this is what's going on. Y'all might be feeling this, y'all experiencing this, and give y'all a few, instructions. Give you a little strategy on what's going on. But I work differently from others, and quite naturally. But going back to like the story of Samson, right? So it appeared that Samson was off destiny, that he wasn't in purpose, that he was off, But who was to say that God didn't make him fall in love with a Philistine, didn't use that thing to stir up trouble between the Israelites and the Philistines? So even in his distractions, in his weaknesses, right, in his loves, okay, because a weakness is a love. It's a addiction, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. It's a love. It's a type of love. He had a love for a thing, and he was weak to it. And usually, what you love, you are weak to. Just like just like that piece of cake. You weak to it. You love chocolate cake. I don't personally. I prefer vanilla, but needless to say, whatever you weak to, you have a love for it. And whether it's a healthy love or bad love, unhealthy or healthy, it's still a love or whatnot. So with that being said, even in the story, it appeared like he wasn't in purpose, but he really was. Because anything that the enemy will use to try to destroy you, God will use to prosper you. So even in his last days, when he ended up getting captured, okay, after Delilah sold him out, and he ended up getting captured, he ended up killing more people when he was blind than when he had sight. Okay, so a lot of things you think is not connected, but it really is. The job that you own, you think is not connected to your purpose, but it really is. You think you're not in purpose, but you really are. It's the catalyst, okay, to put you right into purpose. So with that being said, like I said, everybody are unique in their own different ways, and you just never know, because like I said, I was feeling some type of way about Samson and how he was doing things, but it wasn't my place, and like I said, God had to deal with me about it, and it was like, people make their own path. They go their own way, you know. Just like I choose mine, you choose yours. You have a choice to figure out however which way that you're going to express yourself, or whatever which way that you feel like that you're going to live life, or whichever which way that you feel like that you're going to go about doing what you think is best for you. Whether it work or not, it doesn't matter, because you have to deal with that thing, but it's through awareness, it's through learning, it's through growth that you be like, okay, maybe I need to change my perception about this. Maybe I wasn't right. Maybe I was wrong. You know what I mean? So, because like I said, I felt that, he was doing this, and God was like, you doing it? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that you judging somebody else for that you're doing yourself? And you might not be conscious of it. You know what I mean? Just in a different form. We are more alike than we are different. Regardless to what people feel about it, you are more alike than different or whatnot. And people don't want to acknowledge that, because they mean if they acknowledge that, they mean that they will have to acknowledge that they're wrong as well. So, like I said, with that being said, I was like, when God was like, well, I was like, well, I feel like he just pray, or he use you when he want. He was like, you use me like I'm a side piece. And I'm like, like, okay, you got me. I'm sorry. And it's like, it's like, do you love me? And it's like, yeah, I love you. And he was like, well, why are you hiding me? Why are you hiding me? Why you, And I was like, I'm not hiding you. And it was like, of course you are. You know what I mean? It's like, you want people, you okay with people knowing that, oh, I know God. I love God. Yeah, praise God. Love God. God is good all the time. You know what I mean? Type of thing. And then it's like, but on the flip side, you don't want people to real deal know that y'all exclusive. You know what I'm talking about? That you like, I love him. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we got a relationship, and like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, he speak to me, and he give me words, and he give me life. And I ain't thirsty no more. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. I hope y'all following me, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, we don't reveal him out of fear or out of shame or embarrassment, or how other people might see us, or how they might feel. Or we judge other people, quickly, and then we realize that, what, dang, they just like me. I'm doing the same thing. I'm really putting God in my back pocket. I'm really treating him like a side female, or a side chick, or a side, side male, So that's how I felt. And then God had to call me out on it. It was like, man, you doing the same. You say you love me, but you really hiding me. Are you on purpose? Are you about your Father's business? Or you just Netflix and chilling with me when it's convenient for you? Yeah, I'm bae now, but what about in front of the people? And I'm like, you got a point, I love you. Like, that ain't enough. That ain't gonna work. You gonna show me. You gonna show me off. You gonna let the people know that we in relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, when it comes to certain things, we judge things prematurely, and we be like, and we doing it the same thing that we looking at another person from. looking at them, we're doing the same thing. It's just in a different type of form. You know, so that's all I have for this. I hope this helped y'all. I hope I made sense. But I'm complicated anyway. So it's not meant. If you didn't get it, maybe it won't meet in another time in due season. Y'all be great.